Hey everyone, Matron here bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary, this time the third and final game in the best of 3 series between 6jax DDE and Liquid HuK in the second round action of the MLG Dallas National Championships. Did see HuK was able to even up the series with a great win on Metalopolis last game. He was able to take down the front door of DDE with a mostly Stalker army. He did have a proxy down, and it was just able to push and put more pressure than DDE could handle. DD, for his part, was able to take that first game with a Marine Banshee mix against HuK. HuK did go blind Immortals in that game, and was just not very effective against those Marines and Banshees. So now we have the third and final game in the series. This map was the choice of DDE here, so he did choose Delta Quadrant. He's not going to like the starting locations of both players, though, as we see the close positions, but one thing is, because of these positions, HuK is going to have the advantage. He's going to be able to put Colossi or drops or pylons or anything he wants, warp prisms, into the back of the natural of DDE here. On this map, you want to be the player on the clockwise side of these close spawn positions. So HuK does have the advantage here because of the positions. Also, as Protoss, you're able to throw down a pylon here and warp in units into the natural across this little cliff because they're both the same height. So HuK has a few advantages going his way here. We'll see what strategy DDE chooses for this map. So we see both players opening up much the same as they had in the previous games. Timing on HuK's gas, pretty standard. DDE did get up an earlier gas. It's going to finish before that barracks even. So we do see him going for a Marine first, before any sort of tech lab or reactor. Wonder what he's going to do with this early gas, though. See the probe coming in for HuK. It's going to be here a little bit late. He did scout the other two positions first, but he is going to be able to get a lot of information and do some harassment here before this Marine comes out. He does see that gas up and running. See DD, for his part, is doing scouting in HuK space. Going to see that cybernetics core. Not really giving anything away right now, though, as HuK did open up with a gateway in robotics in the first game. So now these Marines going to try to take down this probe, but oh, they run past the probe there. Should have been an attack move into that area, and this probe is going to be able to escape, as it does move faster than those Marines. So that probe with its 5 minerals could make it back to HuK space, and then maybe come out and scout again, as right now it looks like he's just going to sit in the middle. We see a second barracks coming out for DDE right now. He did get the tech lab up on the first barracks, so we'll see he is working on concussive shells right now, and pumping out his first Marauder to join these Marines. So we may see some early pressure from DDE because of these close spawn positions. If HuK does go for an early robotics, DDE really has to punish him with some early pressure. The concussive shell is great for an early attack as well, as the Marines are going to be able to do a lot of damage as long as the Marauder is able to slow those early zealots from HuK. HuK is throwing up a robotics facility right now. He is working off 2 gates as well. The second gate not quite up yet. He's pushing out a second sentry, so he has a zealot and 2 sentries here going to be guarding his ramp. He can throw down force fields as often as he chooses once he gets these 2 sentries up. Smart thing about getting early sentries is you can use 3 or 4 of them, and as they gain energy, you almost have unlimited force fields in your first and second encounter with the enemy. So we do see DD moving out here, 2 Marauders and 3 Marines. He does have another Marine on the way. So we're going to let these Marauders take the brunt of the damage up front. We do see the first force field coming down for HuK. He should have enough for 2 more here as these sentries regen energy. So HuK is going to try to let maybe 1 unit through and take it down here from range. He needs to pull back this Zealot so it does not get shot from below. This Marauder does give sight to the high ground. So this Marauder is going to be working on this Zealot. The sentries are going to try to take down that Marauder. And now we'll see DD try to bait some more force fields out of HuK. He knows he can't have too many sentries. HuK does have enough for 1 more force field. And there's the force field, but it was too far behind. So we see DD does have the decided advantage in this encounter. He's going to be able to take down this Stalker and now move in. But oh, this Immortal comes out just in time from HuK. the Immortal doing bonus damage, 50 damage versus those armored Marauders, able to 3-shot those Marauders, and just a great support unit with these Stalkers. So we see this Marauders turning around, going to try to focus down those 2 Stalkers. He knows he's in trouble with these units, and he's going to try to take the last Stalker here. He's not going to be able to get it though, as that Immortal is just going to be able to pivot and fire at that Marine. So if we look at the units lost right now, both players pretty even, about 1,000 minerals. What that attack did allow though is it put HuK back on the defensive. It allowed DDE to establish this second command center, now going to be an orbital command. So he is going to be able to expand here to his natural if he's able to push out and defend here. Do you see HuK working on an observer now and pushing out with the 2 Immortals? So 2 Immortals coming out blindly again from HuK. In the second game, DDE did use some Marauders to try to take down the Stalkers of HuK. They were quite effective, but he just did not have enough. So now we see HuK with a nice small army here. If we look at the army tab, 1125 compared to the 350 of DDE. HuK could put some great pressure on him right now, as DDE is going to try to come out and set up this natural. Not sure he has enough units right now to defend it, so a little bit of missed timing there, as this orbital command's not going to be doing much in the main of DDE. He really wants a larger army to try to push out and take that expansion. HuK does have a large army himself, and he's going to be able to get out this Nexus. So even though DDE threw down that command center earlier than HuK, HuK may get his natural established before DDE. The observer of HuK able to see everything in this base. He did dodge that missile turret, as the missile turrets are able to 3-shot those observers. You have to be very careful about your positioning, especially once you go into the Terran base for the first time. We see an encounter here. These Immortals, now 3 Immortals able to do a lot of damage against these Marauders, and the Zealots just tanking for the Stalkers in the back. Zealots pushing forward, trying not to be kited by these Marauders, but the Marauders with stim quite quick here. Just not enough Marauders though to take on the Immortals. They are going to have to push through those shields of the Immortals, and with the slow attack speed of the Marauders, 1.5 unstimmed, it's just really hard to get through those Immortal shields. You need Marines to try to pound through those shields as quickly as possible, and then the Marauders can take down the Immortals once the shields are down. So we see the first Immortal is taken down there. HuK needs to get all of his units attacking together. They are kind of split attacking right now. So DD could do some damage from the high ground. He really has to watch this stim, as he does not have any medevacs coming out right now. He's just pushing mostly Marauders, and every time they stim, they're going to lose more and more life. See the Marauder coming out for a scout, or maybe a miss rally there from DDE, and it is going to be taken down. If you look at the army tab, 1525 to 1000 for DDE. So HuK does have this expansion up and running, adding another 2 gates. If he can get maybe a proxy up here, yes, he's going to throw down a proxy right here. He will be able to pinch DDE right now. DDE does need to get his Marauders down here, taking out these debris. Needs to move these guys down so they can all shoot. He does have to get this this running right now. HuK, for his part, should